What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Been a crazy day, to say the least. Been working in the workshop, been monitoring the whole boss man fat situation. You know what? Just finished watching the very first USFL game. It was exciting down the stretch there. A lot of scoring in the last quarter. Started off like with gangbusters. Both drives, two big touchdown big passes that led to touchdowns. And you're thinking, wow, this is really exciting. And then it got ugly. It got ugly when Mr. Magoo, poor Mr. Magoo, Mr. Magoo, he was bad. But they ended up, shout out to the Birmingham Stallions that ended up coming from behind to win the game with about 20 seconds to go, winning the very first new USFL game. And of course, we had everything that was dealing with Kelvin Joseph, who won't be charged. Ended up speaking with the police yesterday for a couple of hours. Basically said, bro, wasn't me. Wasn't me. It was the other two guys in the car. I was in there and so on. Don't know how that worked out. Don't know how well he knew these guys he was hanging out with. But I dare say it is time, Kelvin Joseph, for you to hang up the boss man fact. Okay? Hang that shit up. Either be a rapper or be a damn Dallas Cowboy player. Forget this other shit where you're trying to do both. Because if that's what you're planning on doing and that's the people you're planning on hanging out with, dude, just go do that. Just go do that. You got your wake up call. It is time for you to figure out which one of these things you want to do. I remember talking to Cliff Harris last year before he went to Hall of Fame that literally in the off season he had to have a job because he didn't make jack back in those days. And he worked for an oil company. And that oil company gave him a verbatim. They said, look, you either going to work for us or you going to play football. And since he had a few concussions, he decided to work for them, which was good work. But that work that you're doing out there in Greenville on the streets, that ain't paying the bills, buddy. That ain't paying the bills. It is time for you to say goodbye to Boss Man Fat. All right. Yeah. You're just Kelvin Joseph, Dallas Cowboy cornerback. I dare say, you'll probably make a bigger name for yourself doing that. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. But now that you don't actually sell records, you sell like I don't even know how you make your money anymore. We used to have to go out and spend money on a record. I don't know how you get paid with iTunes and everything else, and people share. You don't. There ain't no money. Ain't no money in there, bro. Ain't no money in there. And you see what your posse does for you. And I gotta say, the guys getting locked up. Here's the thing that's kind of crazy about this whole thing. Think about this. They didn't know who did this. They didn't know who did this until they put the video of you out there. Because people recognize you. People didn't recognize there's other guys out there. They recognized you. And you the one to talk to the police. So they can put all that stuff together and say, Boss Man Fat's the one that got my ass locked up. I don't know how good they're going to be hanging out with you anymore. I just don't. Now, I just don't. I just hope that this is where the guy we saw walk out, the attorney's office there, had the mask on and everything else, looking serious and everything else, no chain or anything. I hope that's the guy we see from now on. I hope you've been scared straight and that you realize I can't do this shit no more. It's time for me to grow up. Now, craziest thing I've heard today. Craziest thing I have heard today. That the Dallas Cowboys are plus 800%. Or plus 800. 11% likely to land Kyler Murray. Who comes up with this crap? Who comes up with this crap? When when there's teams like, say, I don't know, Pittsburgh, teams like, say, Carolina, teams like, say, I don't know, Atlanta, teams that need a quarterback. Because you do know that Dak Prescott has a no trade clause, right? You understand that, right? Dak Prescott has a no trade clause. And if the Cowboys were to get rid of him, you do know it would be one hellacious cap hit. In which case, we know the Cowboys don't want to pay nobody. So you're thinking that the Cowboys are actually going to take a cap hit? A major cap hit of about, I don't know, $60-some million? And then turn around and then sign Kyler Murray? Are we serious? Are we serious about that? Or is this just more clickbaity shit? That's not even in the realm of possibilities, guys. As Malcolm S. said, you've been had, you've been flim-flam, led astray, run amok. This is what he does. Don't take the bait for some of this stupid ass shit. In all reality, the Cardinals will get the deal done for Kyler Murray. They've got no choice. You see what and this is where they kind of messed up, because now other guys have gotten the quarterback, gotten the compensation. You see Aaron Rodgers is the gold standard at 50, but you see all these guys that are filing in there in the 40s. So you know Kyler Murray is going to be up in there too. And the longer they wait, the more it's going to cost, kind of like what happened with the Cowboys and Dak. But it's all relative, because if you pay me now, or if you don't pay me now, you're going to pay me later. Either way, it's all going to work out the same. If they don't happen to get the deal done this year, guess what? Instead of it maybe being a $43, $44 million deal, come next year it'll be a $55 million deal, and you'll make up the difference. As long as you don't get hurt. And that's the bottom line. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day. And it's beginning to rain a little bit out here. It's warmed up some. It's still a little chill in the air. But yeah, it's beginning to rain a little bit. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great evening and a great weekend and a great Easter. Make sure that you keep Kathy Stans and D2 Stu's in the hospital. Kathy's not feeling well either, in your prayers, because we take care of each other here on the Chobu Sports Report. And I'm going to get this fire out. Make sure tonight you tell somebody you love them, because you might not get the chance again. Peace.